Hello everyone, and welcome to the exciting conclusion of the Chay Mythos series with 6 Days of Sacrifice. We've worked through 5 Days of Strangers, we've pulled through 7 Days of Skeptic, and we made sure to get all of the notes that Trilby had. And so now we are brought to the last 6 days in the game's series, technically speaking. This game, oh man, you have no idea. Originally, the game was going to end with Trilby's notes, and that was a great game, despite me being bothered by that particular puzzle. This one, however, is different. God, this one came out in like 2011 or 2012, somewhere around that time, and I was just so excited for it. And it is so much... Everything is tighter about this game than the previous ones. And its writing, I feel like, is better and more subtle. Like, it's not my favorite, but it is the best one in the series, if that makes sense. And so, without further ado, let us wrap up the mystery surrounding the Wraith John Defoe, the evil tall man, and the cult of Blessed Agonies, as we finally get all the answers to all the questions we've developed over the series and more. And so we begin a new game. No commentary. Yesterday, I saw the body of the bridge keeper engulfed in flame, and I saw the bridge created by 1/3. Tomorrow, I saw the soul of the bridge keeper reduced to ash. I saw the bridge created by 2/3. Today, the mind of the bridge keeper shall meet with its destiny, and I shall send the bridge extend between the realms. And the many children of the king shall leap and dance, and sing praises in his name, for great is his wisdom and his benevolence. The Book of the Bridge. I should have done this the moment you came into this world, demon child. May God forgive me for having a part in your creation. Why did you kill me, brother? I helped you when you were injured. I bandaged you when our father made his mistake. No mistake, young one. Now do you see why I tried to keep you away from this creature? It has no understanding of human ways. You're wrong, father. If you'd have given him a chance to be normal. Cease your prattling, Matthew. It's time to put an end to the horror I unleashed. What are you doing, Father? Father, no! Father! Father! And of course, we get a convenient little playback of 5 and 7 days. The first 2 entries into the series as a whole, where we destroyed the body of the Wraith of John Defoe, and then the idol that housed his soul. And of course, in space, no one can hear you. And so we conclude the series in between the 2 points at 196 years. Left click to lock, right click on hotspots to open menu. Okay, so you can only look at hotspots. That's the way I came in. The way back to the car park. Let's look at the plant. The climate-controlled environment here really seems to be making it flourish. What about this magazine? Some woman's magazine put here to help visitors pass the time, I guess. It's 11 o'clock. Why wouldn't there be a receptionist at the desk? Good question indeed. If we look at the terminal, it's the receptionist terminal. Probably used to check on appointments and communicate with the other parts of the building. Alright, well, let's look at this pamphlet. Actually, let's look at our journal. No, okay, fine, fuck you. Well, okay. Well, we don't have to do that because we have a journal. Alright, cool. But anyway, we want to look at the pamphlet. Some kind of pamphlet on ophthalmology. That's the religion whose headquarters I'm currently standing in. Let's go ahead and take one. I'll add it to my journal. To reread items in your journal, click the Journal button in the top menu or right-click the journal icon in your inventory. Life becoming a struggle? Need a guiding hand? Want to be a part of the world's fastest growing family? Ophthalmology is a religion catered for you, taking the best parts of all previous religions to make a great new way of thinking. Join ophthalmology today. Are you Mr. Garriott? Get out of my way, you fool! Mr. Garriott, I'm from the city council. What? My name's Dakabi. I phoned you a week ago about running an inspection of your facilities. Oh, yes, I remember. The council has been informed that you may be extending your premises without planning permission. I just need to take a look around to make sure you aren't. Is it completely necessary? It's just a precaution, entirely routine. Could you come back another time? Well, actually no. I have to get this done before the end of the week, and this is my only free time slot. I see. Is there a problem? No, not at all. Why don't I take you up to the elevator and we can tour the building? I'd be obliged. Where's the... And then boom. Pushes him up into an elevator shaft and walks away. And so we begin with day 1. July 24th, 2189. I told you I have no idea who he is. Then why should you care? I'm a doctor, for God's sakes. Seems terribly convenient. You don't think if he was our agent, we would find a way to get him here without smashing him to pieces? A broken neck is not something I call convenient. Don't think me a fool. He arrives now, of all times, and you insist it's a coincidence? What else could it be? He's awake. Can you hear me? Do you know your name? Can you tell me your name? Dakabi. Theodore Dakabi. My name is Samantha Hardy. What's happening? How much do you remember? Hey! Stop talking to him. I don't want either of you saying another word until my employer gets here. This man is seriously injured. He has to be returned to the surface and taken to a properly equipped hospital. I will not tell you again. No one leaves, no one breathes a word until my employer tells me what is to be done. God damn you. Not a word. Alright, so we begin the game in essence. So, we apparently broke our necks from falling down an elevator shaft. And is that Trilby we do be seeing commanding us? And this Samantha woman is named Hardy. Samantha Hardy. Why could she possibly be a descendant to Philip Hardy from the very first game? The coincidences would surprise you. Okay. She's wearing spectacles and a lab coat that denotes a scientific choice of career. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the guard as well. A tall and athletic man, physically in his early 30s, wearing absurdly old-fashioned clothes. Let's look at the bed. The small unwashed medical cot is spotted with very familiar-looking blood. What about this door? It seems that something is banging on the door from the other side. Alright, well, we can look at the lobby pamphlet if we want, but we're not going to. Let's try talking to the guard. What's the matter now? His condition may still be degrading. The facilities here are very understocked. Move aside. I'm gonna check him. And now we're gonna do some slight legerdemain. I take the slip of paper from his pocket while he leans over. He doesn't seem to notice. I don't see any problems. I palm the note to Samantha. She glances at it, then nods in understanding and pockets it. Believe we can talk to her. Samantha looks at me questioningly. Let's see, what do we want to do? Pointed door. She shrugs. Okay. Privacy screen? Okay, no. Point to console. She points at the privacy screen and then at a door in the north wall. Point to guard. Samantha shrugs and shakes her head, indicating she doesn't think she can reason with or defeat the man. I should have actually looked at that note to see what was on it instead of just handing it to her. I remembered that we needed that piece of paper, but... Okay, pointed door in the north wall. Oh shit, it's the tall man. You. I remember you. Don't look. But what's going on? Don't look! Well, how about that? We managed to get through that. Looks like we're loose again. Can you walk? Just about. It hurts a lot. How much do you remember? Look, I'm just a council inspector. I was sent here to run an inspection on the building. Some lunatic upstairs pushed me down the elevator shaft, then I wake up here. Could you please explain to me what the hell is going on? You fell to the very bottom of the shaft. You're now within an underground laboratory complex. What did the ophthalmologist need it for? Ophthalmology is a front, a money-making, crowd-pleasing facade to disguise the true organization. Which is a cult. They call themselves the Order of Blessed Agonies. Bunch of masochistic freaks who worship some mad death god. Okay, so why do they have a laboratory complex? Do you mind if I ask? Why were you sent to inspect the building? The police told us they received a tip that the cultists were building something. Since they didn't have planning permission, I had to see if there was any truth to it. It seems this complex isn't documented in any of our records of the site. I think you'd better talk to Janine. I have a feeling you're the person she's been waiting for. Who? The other prisoner. She and I were being held captive down here by one of the cultists. You mean the man who was guarding us? Where did he go anyway? The man in the hat was just a mercenary, I think, hired to guard the place. Our captor's still around somewhere. Janine and I only just escaped from our cell this morning. We were looking for a way out when you arrived. I dragged you in here, and the guard found me. We've got to call the police. No can do until we get to the surface. Something's blocking our communications. But with the three of us against one man, we should be able to negotiate our way out. Janine's supposed to be finding us some weapons. Find her. I apologize for placing a burden on you in your current state, but I have urgent matters to see to. Dr. Hardy, what happened to the guard? What was behind that door? Why didn't you let me see? Find Janine. Once the cultist is our hostage, I will have time to answer all your questions. And so, now we get to actually begin to play in earnest. And so, just in case you were wondering, the console needed a code, and he had the code to the console. I just basically skipped a whole bunch of miming around, basically. But here we are. In the heart of the game. Let's look at the desk. It probably belongs to the chief medical officer. The papers on it seem to be in disarray. Well, I see a burnt paper. Looks like an official memo. The bottom half has been burnt off. Well, let's take it. I'll add it to my journal. From Acolyte Garriott to Acolyte D. Raven. Our preparations are complete. Feel free to evacuate yourself and your staff when you have finished burning your records, but make sure Canning and the prisoners remain. Our master will also remain and make his own arrangements. I will evacuate last when I have given the building and complex a final inspect. Well, there we go. Let's look in the bin. Looks like it's been used to burn documents. Is there anything in it? Nothing but ashes. Let's check the desk in earnest. All the drawers are empty, like they've been emptied in a hurry. Well, what about this cabinet? Large cupboard for storing medical supplies and records. It's full of medical supplies I absolutely have no idea how to use. What about this door? Can we open it? Is it safe? Yes, it is. It's like the room was just stripped of everything useful and departed in a hurry. What about the shelves? Shelves presumably for the storage of medical supplies. Well then, let us step onward. So that is probably in the medical room, storage room, security room, laboratory. I believe it goes round and round. Oh hey, there's Janine. Or supposedly was Janine. Yep, because he's got done broken legs, you know. He's gonna hobble. Alright, let's see. Sleeping quarters, I presume. Prison? I assume that the lock means prison. Alright, well, let's go ahead and try this one. Ah! Oh, hello. Sorry, I thought you were... Who are you? My name's Dakabi. Are you Janine? You're not one of the cultists? No. One of them apparently dropped me down an elevator shaft. Dr. Hardy told me to find you. So you met Sam already. We were being held captive, her and me, for the last week or so. We were only able to get out of the cell this morning. She mentioned that. She said you have found some weapons? Oh, sure. Here. You came from outside? Are they sending someone to help us? I wouldn't know. But they must have gotten my message. We have to take these guns to Dr. Hardy. Maybe then we can get out of here. I'll wait here. Why? Please, just don't make me go out there. I couldn't face seeing him again. Who? The cultist? No. Anyway, you'd better get going. Okay. I'm sorry I couldn't have been more help. Well, I think I see her right there already. Yep, that's Samantha. But if it's not the cultist who she's afraid of, then who is bothering her? Okay, we already looked at her. Let's converse. Dr. Hardy? Have you gotten the weapons off Janine yet? You must hurry. We may not have long to act against our captor. Okay, well, here are the guns. Ah, excellent. Now we certainly have the upper hand. The cultist is just through this door. All we have to do is secure him in the holding cell, then we can negotiate our release. Will Janine be joining us? No. She said she was too afraid. Afraid? Odd. Well, anyway, we'll both take a gun. Even a man with 2 limbs out of commission can fire a gun. Turn around slowly, Canning. No sudden movements. Hardy. So, this is how your employment ends. With betrayal? Employment? Shut up! If there were any betrayal here, it was when you lunatics locked me up. We had no choice, Hardy. You refuse to listen to reason. I said shut up! I'm taking you to this cell. Stop right there. If you point your gun at me, I will fire. Damn you! You never understood, did you, Hardy? There's no point in resisting us. We have God on our side. What the hell is going on? Take them to the holding cell. I will... Who? I am the caretaker. I am the guide. They are only unconscious and will awaken soon. Go to the sleeping quarters and seal yourselves in. It is not wise to roam this place at night. But who are you? A friend. Now go. Sam! I'm sorry, Janine. They overpowered us. Oh, God. I can't take much more of this. When are they going to send help? It seems they did. Him? Why don't you tell Janine the same things you told me, Mr. DeKabe? I'm a counselor, planning inspector. Someone tipped us off that the cult were building something. They sent me to see if that was true. So you see, Janine, your call was answered. You sent the tip? A council planning inspector? It's almost laughable. But now there's no way we're getting out of here. Yes, there is. We're going to overpower Canning and make him escort us out. Excuse me? You tried that and it didn't work. We just have to keep trying. Will you please listen? I beg your pardon? I fell down an elevator shaft this morning. I'm tired. I'm in pain. I don't know where I am. And all you've done is boss me around and evade my questions. I want to know who the hell you people are and what the hell is going on. I apologize, Mr. DeKabe, but there was no need to shout. Perhaps there's time to fill you in now. Sorry, where shall we start? Well, what is this place? You're in a small laboratory complex underneath the ophthalmology building, which, as I've already said, is a front for the Order of Blessed Agonies. The complex is laid out around a large circular chamber they call the Hub. They've definitely got something important in there. But neither of us have been inside. What is the Order of Blessed Agonies? They're an insane masochistic cult who think pain is the answer to everything. And from what I've seen, they're very creative in the ways they inflict it upon each other. They worship some mad god called Chuzzo or something. I've never heard of them. I've heard of ophthalmology, what with all the celebrities that are members. Ophthalmology is just the moneymaker. It funds the true organization, the Order. They hide behind the acceptable front to keep themselves secret. Saying you want to hurt people to purify them causes a lot of concern for the authorities. So where are all the cultists now? We don't know. They used to be all over the place. They started drifting away soon after they finished construction of the facility. Canning and the Hat Man are the only ones left as far as we know. It's like they intend to abandon the place with us inside, if they haven't already. Okay, well then, who are you? I'm Dr. Samantha Hardy. I'm a scientist. I'd tell you what kind, but I fear it would go over your head. My name's Janine Tchaikovsky. I'm a freelance journalist for a couple of magazines. Mainly celebrity gossip stuff. So, how did you get here? I was looking around the ophthalmology headquarters. I wanted to do a feature on them for the magazine since so many celebrities have joined them. I was just having a little snoop about when I discovered this place. Then, of course, they threw me in the holding cell. Sam was already there. I'd been doing a little contract work for the Order here in the labs. Turns out they really don't want anyone to know about the stuff they've been doing here. What kind of stuff? I'd prefer to not say. She won't tell me either. So you don't want to betray content confidentiality? They threw you in a cell. That's not it. It's just that it was work I'm not proud of, which will probably reflect poorly on me once this is all over. I'd rather take the steps to ensure it doesn't get out now rather than regret it later. Please don't press the matter. We escaped from the cell a few hours ago, then you dropped in. And that's as far as we know. Why are we being held here? Most likely to protect a secret. But if that was all, why haven't they just killed us? Maybe they need us for something. I don't like the sound of that. I think only the cultist can answer your questions fully. Alright, so who is King? Is he the leader of the cult? God, no. Before the others evacuated, he answered to a guy named Garrett. And even he seemed to be a subordinate to someone they call the Prince. But I don't think I've ever seen him. Caning is just some low-level acolyte ordered to make sure we don't escape. Personally, I think he's just as much a prisoner down here as we are. I think they wanted to get rid of him for some reason. But he's too dense to notice. He's still following orders like a faith-blinded sheep. Who was the man in the hat? I think he's just some mercenary hired to act as a security guard. You mean the guy dressed as Trilby? Who? You know, Trilby? The dashing gentleman thief from those old horror movie serials? The Defoe Manor murders? Hotel horror? I don't watch many movies, I'm afraid. Why would a security guard be dressed up as a cult character? I can't explain it. It's just ridiculous. They say Trilby may have really existed. I've read some newspapers from around the late 20th century. How is that relevant? Never mind. Who was the man in red? I've never seen him before, not until just then. Who's this? A completely bald man in a torn red robe. He helped us get away from caning and the guard. I've never seen anyone like that. Did he come in with you? No. There was just me falling down the elevator shaft. Okay, that's all. Good. So what now? Now we think of a way to... Oh. What? This door's been sealed with a time lock. We won't be able to open it until tomorrow morning. Who could have done that? Caning? I doubt it. The man in red told us to not roam the hallways at night. Presumably he has taken steps to ensure this. For crying out loud. I have to get home. I have to be back at work tomorrow. We are all inconvenienced, Mr. DeKabi, but whining like a child is not gonna help. I know, it's just... I know. We should take the opportunity to rest. We can discuss our escape in the morning. And so we begin day 2. July 25th. And here we go. Well, guys, I hope you had fun for this first episode. Already the mysteries are abound. How is Trilby still alive this far into the future? What's up with that mysterious man in red? He's familiar. What about the Order? What about Samantha? What about Janine? All these questions and more will be answered as we continue to travel through this mystery and unravel the dark horror that is the Chozo mythos. Take care, everyone, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye for now.